Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and maybe good evening, depending on when you're catching this video. Since creative design is going in a non constructive direction with building projects, I'm going to start working on some general tools and some creative based solutions for everyday problems that people encounter in the world. So, one of the things I'm looking at here is using Canva a lot for design tools. And I'm going to show everybody here how to use this software online to design a signature for an email, which is a very common scenario. If you're in a professional world, you're going to want to have maybe a web address or other social media links or whatever else you'd want to include down here in your signature so people have more contact information for you. And that's just one of those everyday things that you see, but a lot of people don't know how to go about achieving this. The other thing is, if you email somebody that's on vacation, sometimes you'll get an automated vacation response. In this same situation, I'm going to show you where that exists in Google so you guys know some basic creative solutions for everyday stuff here. All right, so in your Gmail account, when you sign in, there's this settings gear here, and then you click see all settings, and there's quite a few options here to uh, familiarize yourself with. Most of this stuff is preset defaults that you want to just leave be. Um, this is not going to be turned on. You're going to have to scroll down in your general settings till you see signature, and then you're going to turn your signature option on. You're going to have to create a name for your signature, and then you can either use this formatting tool set down here to pick a font and change and edit out a solution for a signature at the bottom of every email that gets sent. You're also just while I'm here, since if this says no signature down here, you're going to go to compose an email. You're not going to see your signature. You want to make sure that you have this option where you select the name that you create as you build this. And what I'm going to show you guys how to do here is upload an image by using Canva, and this is going to cover a bunch of different ground, because this is how you can get creative and clever about doing something like this. But you need to know a bunch of different little things, like how big do you make this if you're going to design something? And if it says 80 by 200 pixels, what does that even mean? Because dimensioning things in a unit that you don't have any idea how big it actually is can be really clumsy and complicated. So, how big is a pixel? Let's start there, because I'm about to show you how to set up this thing in 80 by 200 pixel size in Canva. And what I want you to know is that a pixel is about 1/96th of an inch. So roughly 100 pixels equals an inch minus 4. So, just if you think about the rough size of an inch or whatever, and you're dealing with pixels, the easiest way to figure out a visual solution for pixels is a 100 pixels is roughly an inch in size, and you can scale from there and get an idea of how big things are when you're looking at like a photo and it says it's so many pixels large. That's the inches dimension if you convert it. So just understand that. I've given everybody an invite link to my classroom, or my Canva account situation. And I have to get now into how you navigate through this to build something like a signature for an email. Where I originally had started was always where I start in Canva, and navigating this program can be a little tricky. I oftentimes make sure I click on the logo in the top left corner here to get back to this screen so I can do a search for something like an email signature. Sorry, it worked anyway, but you'll see. No, actually, it didn't. What it's going to do if you do a search like this is it's going to come up with business cards. And what I had originally done was taken this and tested it out. And I modified a template, which I just opened up, and I made a business card size design. And if I look at the file size of that, I had tried it before I looked up the proper measurements, and the actual signature dimension box here is 400 pixels wide, which is about 4 inches wide by 2 inches tall, or 200 pixels tall. So it ended up being way too big for an email, especially if you were going to use it in like a phone situation, not off of a computer. The box size in the email down here looked ginormous. twice this size and 2 inches tall, and it just took up a huge amount of space, and it didn't look cool or professional in any way. So what I'm going to have you guys do is go to create a design. Whoop. Sorry. Why is this going up like this? It's not working. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. I gotta zoom out. I'm really zoomed in in a funny way. Because this should come up with a custom. I don't know what's going on. Sorry. Generally, the custom size thing is the first thing that you see. I want to make a custom size document, and the units here are in pixels. And if you go back to what the recommended pixel dimensions are, it's going to be 200 by 80 pixels for the max size of a signature field that you would upload. Again, what you're looking at is going in here and taking something that you saved from Canva, and you're going to insert the image here and have something that's able to be custom, creatively created without being limited to this stuff here. So anyway, you're going to start off there. Then the next thing that I want to let you know about is when it comes to text and fonts, I'm going to do a signature search here. Sorry, and this is a common situation. My dog is always going to be a part of my recordings at home. So hang on, I'll be right back. All right, my 65-pound mutt will dance and talk in the background and do all sorts of things here. So, okay. Keeping this simple, you can go to just signature, find a signature font, stretch it out using this corner. If you click away from something and then click on it, it'll let you move it. If you're scaling something and then you try and move this, it doesn't always work, but sometimes you have to click away, click on it, and you can move it, grab these corner anchors, sidebars, whatever you want to do to stretch this out using scaling tools here. Go like that. And then editing in this takes a little getting used to, but you can come up with whatever you want by using the simplest tools. That's going to look way too big. What I'm noticing is even the 200 pixels wide looks probably obnoxious when you upload it as a signature here. Again, I'm just going to give you this. And also, if it's not pushed all the way to the left side, it indents it some. Here, let me just point that out. I don't have it open. If this is indented on this at all, it's going to look like if it's over here a little bit, it's going to look offset and not great. So whatever you'd put in the signature box, here's something that I was just experimenting with for myself. You want to keep everything really aligned. Otherwise, it's not going to really land in the right place. Okay. I'm going to be jumping around here, but so what I want to talk about here is just like cursive. If I type in as a font option to put something that's like a signature, you don't have to use cursive. Definitely not necessary, but this is something that I want to point out. There's more than 40,000 fonts in Canva. So the typefaces and what you're looking for, they have so many options. It's overwhelming. The things about, being creative and fancy versus being professional and clear, there's decisions that you're going to make, and it's all matters of preference. Again, there's my dog in the background trying to get my attention because she hears me talking to you guys. Anyway, things about text and being a little bit professional. There's two main categories of text. There's serif and sans serif. And let me just actually pop this open. In a design world, let's see if I can get an image of this. And I'm going to tap into some other. Of course, this is going to get funny. A little web glitch going on. Don't jump. Oh, it's going to jump. I don't know why it keeps adding some strange things to my internet searches here. The difference between a serif and a sans serif font. A serif is this little curvy thing that they add to make some font styles look fancier. They add these serifs. They don't just have this. Sans means without, so it's just without a serif. Sans serif fonts are far more readable. These look elegant and classy in so many ways, but this sans situation is psychologically absolutely been proven to grab attention better in the design world. It's more captivating. You can actually see it if you know that and you're thinking about it. You can see that the right side is actually more readable. This looks fancier, but this is much more grabbing. All right. So you make decisions based on experience, and a sans serif situation, if you're going to put in a font and you're going to have a nice, professional, bold looking signature, really, this isn't the solution. You want to look for a sans font solution. And if you click see all over here, you can go down and find something. I'm going to get rid of this by clicking on it and hitting, you can hit either backspace or the delete button. You want to try and find something that's interesting and bold, and it's going to be a trial and error situation here. I'm going to want you to put your name in and just maximize a good amount of the, again, this is only 2 inches by under an inch in real actual screen size here. But say you're displaying this on a phone screen, you're going to want to make it like appear the right way. And you can, this isn't really all that interesting, but let's say I put, sometimes have to highlight, and I'm just doing a little bit of playing here to make sure everybody can see how some of these tools work. This is, we'll see what it does when we're done here. So let me just give you step 1 to trying this out. You come up with a design, you think it's going to look cool as a signature at the bottom of an email. You're going to hit download. And if it's just one page, this is very easy. You hit download, the name of your file, you can just type it in up here. And that's what you're going to see when you go to your downloads and you look for this, but you're going to then find that in your downloads. Mine's going to be in a different, here. Yours will end up being in your downloads too. And then when you go into your email here, you're going to click the image upload, insert image button. Click Google Drive, which then gives you the option to browse from your computer and upload. You have to allow people to see it. I didn't delete this one out of there. That's the newest one that I just made. All right, so I'm going to hit Save Changes, and then Compose is going to preview it. It's a lot of steps and a lot of information, but it's a way to show you how to develop something that's actually going to really look size appropriate. Like if that's still large if I'm looking to address this in an email format. Now let's just talk about other couple of things real quick about modifications that you can make in your email controls. See all settings. Your default text format is here. So if you have bad eyes or you're emailing people that need to see a little bit bigger format, you can change this. You could also see sans serif as a default style. Then there's a serif. Most of these are pretty basic, but you can change your preset for your default text style in addition to, which means you can format what the body text looks like and your signature at the same time. You could also preset this to, let's see if this works here. Small. I don't know if that's actually going to save in preview when I do this here. Like if I go to recompose it, it's not going to allow me to modify the size of this image once it's an image and preset like that. So one way or another, I want you to customize your signature in here. Again, see all settings. I want you to try customizing this using the Canva image like style. You could also play around with just putting some text in there and seeing what that looks like. One more thing that I wanted to point out is if you've ever emailed somebody and they're not in the office, you'll end up with a vacation response, which is something that you can just preset for dates that you're not going to be around. You can have a automated response bounce back to a person if they send you a message saying, I'll be back in the office next week because I'm in Disney. That's one of those things that people tend to do if you're using email a lot. And this is just some general instruction on how to use some fundamental Google tools and some free stuff that's out there in the world and how to become a little bit more professional about it. One more thing. No, I'm going to stop there. I was going to show you how to set up a different view, but I don't want to get into displaying emails because I'm in my staff email situation here. So that's where I'm going to end for now. So job number 1, use Canva, save a picture from Canva to post an email signature and see if you can make something that looks a little bit interesting above the norm. I'll talk to you soon.